You ask the members to lay the special mentions on the table of the House. I would request that you extend the time of the House so that members are allowed to read their special mentions, because they take a lot of time to prepare, and it is unfair. It is unfair that members are asked to
if the House agree, if the House is ready to sit, I have no problem. If the House is ready to sit, I have no problem.
Do this.
No.
Please allow members to speak on the special mention.
Agree? I have no difficulty in extending an. Agree?
Agree.
House agree.
House agree.
House agree.
House
so
agree.
Members can read. House agree. Members can read.
Yes.
Come. Members should be allowed to read. That is the yeah.
Sri Anand Bhaskar Rapolu.
Chairman,
No.
respected Vice Chairman, my special mention is on plea to bring viewers of both handloom and powerloom and tailors under ESI medical coverage. Viewers of both handloom and powerloom and tailors in the country are struggling to sustain themselves and their families.
One second.
To the food
Mr. Rapolu.
Weavers and workers involved in the production of activity of yarn, cloth and apparel.
1 second. Honorable members are requested to take their seats. All honorable members are requested to take their seats, because as per the direction of the Deputy Chairman, now those who want to move the special mentions, they can have. So please have order in this House. I am appealing to all honorable members to take their seats.
Please be seated in your places.
No,
Shall
already directed by the Deputy Chairman what to do.
Vice Chairman sir,
No. Yes, please. Mr. Anand Bhaskar Rapolu.
yeah, weavers and workers involved in the production activity of yarn, cloth and apparel are prone to several lung infection diseases due to the dyed colors and cotton or synthetic particles unabatedly entering into their lungs. Tuberculosis, cancer and severe cough-generated fevers are leading to untimely deaths. Earlier, government gave ESI provision to BD workers. The individual unorganized weavers and workers of both genders of allied activity were underpaid and having no other source and mostly landless. On March 26 in Hyderabad, a huge gathering as Padmashali Chaitanya Sabha under my chairmanship appealed Union Labour Minister. There he assured to consider ESI medical coverage and PF facility. Earlier at new capital of Andhra Pradesh, Cheneyata Satyagraha also espoused the need to protect the weaving community. Several handloom and powerloom clusters throughout the country are time and again appealing about their inability to tackle their health hazards. ESI coverage will ensure health security to the weavers, tailors, and workers of weaving and apparel sectors and their families. Hence, I call upon the Union Labour Minister to show the magnanimity in expeditiously providing ESI coverage to weaving and apparel sectors. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, Sri P.L. Punia.
देश में टोल वसूली को समाप्त किए जाने के संबंध में है। महोदय, सरकार अपनी वित्तीय आवश्यकताओं को पूरा करने के लिए देश में टोल टैक्स के नाम पर जनता से अवैध वसूली कर रही है, जबकि डीजल की खरीद पर सेस, गाड़ी के रजिस्ट्रेशन के साथ रोड टैक्स लिया जाता है। यही नहीं, कई जगह सड़क की लागत वसूलने के बाद भी टोल टैक्स लिया जाता है। जनता का इस तरह से शोषण हो रहा है कि एक ही राजमार्ग पर कुछ दूरी पर दूसरा टोल प्लाजा मिल जाता है। बाराबंकी बहराइच मार्ग पर NH 28C पर तो 6 किलोमीटर चलने पर ही टोल प्लाजा बना दिया गया है। राजमार्गों के निर्माण के पीछे की मूल भावना समय व ईंधन की बचत व वाहनों की निरंतर गतिशीलता है, लेकिन टोल नाकों पर लंबी लंबी कतारें लगी रहती हैं, जिससे भारी प्रदूषण फैलता है, ईंधन और समय की बर्बादी होती है। इससे देश के 50 करोड़ से अधिक लोग सीधे सीधे प्रभावित होते हैं। एक तरफ सरकार वन नेशन वन टैक्स की बात करती है, वहीं दूसरी ओर जनता से एक ही सेवा के लिए 3-3 जगह वसूली की जाती है। अतः आपके माध्यम से मेरी मांग है देश में टोल प्लाजा पर की जा रही वसूली को तुरंत प्रभाव से बंद किया जाए तथा बाराबंकी के शाहपुर मसौली पर प्रस्तावित टोल प्लाजा समाप्त किया जाए। देश को टोल फ्री बनाने के लिए राष्ट्रीय राजमार्ग फीस दरों के निर्धारण और संग्रहण नियमावली 2008 के कानूनों में संशोधन किया जाए।
धन्यवाद। श्री हुसैन दलवाई।
Sir, need to fix accountability. Sir,
Yeah.
need to fix accountability for human rights violation in Jammu and Kashmir. It is very imperative for maintaining law and order in Jammu and Kashmir and to repose the faith of the people in governance that human rights violations committed by security forces are investigated properly and accountability fixed in cases where sufficient evidence is available. Despite best efforts by the armed forces to undertake community engagement and development, we still see cases of stone pelting which are detrimental not just to the morale of the forces but also to the youth. The government must review the practice of requiring sanction for prosecuting security force personnel under AFSPA and ensure all crimes and human rights violations committed under international law are immediately addressed. It might also be suggested to the government that human rights violation by security forces must be dealt with under the ordinary law and order procedures. It is also a very important trust building mechanism to keep the channels of communication open and to keep the families of victims of human rights violations informed about the status of investigation, prosecution, etc. Such victims are entitled to truth and it must come from the government in order to build a circle of faith. The government must also establish programs to provide for rehabilitation and compensation to victims of human rights abuses. A report by Amnesty International highlights many cases of human rights violation in Jammu and Kashmir. I would like to bring it to the attention of the chair and the governance so that corrective measures are taken in this regard. I submit the report which I have got from the
Thank you.
Amnesty International. Also.
Surendra Singh
Thank you so
Nagar.
much.
We associate with Dalwai ji.
Absent. Then Mohammad Nadimul Haq. Absent. Sri Ahmed Hassan.
Gram Panchayats are the cornerstones of the Panchayat Raj system. From the time of our country's independence, Gandhiji and Nehruji had envisioned Gram Swaraj along with Purna Swaraj. The hallmark of an efficient and transparent Gram Panchayat is when it attains decentralized and participatory local self-governance. The Gram Panchayat system of Bengal has been able to deliver the highest standards of services in terms of e-governance, general working, and financial management, even in areas outside the purview of the regular work. Sir, this has been acknowledged by the World Bank, which said in a letter from its South Asia Vice President that in terms of transparency, the state panchayat system can be easily compared to the best governed institutions in the world. That this has been maintained for the last 6 years. To bring transparency to the working of Gram Panchayats, the Panchayat Department of the state brought out an app. Details of all development work carried out by the Gram Panchayats, including the cost incurred as well as photographic evidence, are logged into the app, which are then verified by the department. In the interest of transparency too, it has been made mandatory by the Bengal government that all tenders published by Jila Parishads have to be published online in the form of e-tenders. Sir, under the leadership of Chief Minister of West Bengal, Honorable Mamata Banerjee, the Gram Panchayats of the state are most transparent and efficient, bringing prosperity to all corners of rural Bengal. I therefore urge the government to follow Bengal model to bring transparency and efficiency in working of all Gram Panchayats.
Thank you. Srimati Kahekasha Parveen.
पति महोदय, विश्व स्वास्थ्य संगठन ने कहा है कि भारत टीबी से निपटने को लेकर गंभीर नहीं है। अपनी ग्लोबल टीबी रिपोर्ट 2016 में उसने हमारे आंकड़ों पर भी सवाल उठाया है। भारत के गलत आंकड़ों की वजह से इस रोग का विश्व स्तरीय आकलन सही ढंग से नहीं हो पाया है। भारत में 2014 में कुल मामलों का 56% और 2015 में 59% दर्ज किया है। असल में ये आंकड़े सरकारी अस्पतालों में दर्ज किए जाते हैं। इनमें प्राइवेट हेल्थ सेक्टर में से मिले आंकड़े नाम मात्र के ही होते हैं, जिसकी वजह से टीबी के मरीजों की असली संख्या का पता नहीं चल पाता। अक्सर देखा गया है कि जब किसी अमीर आदमी को ये बीमारी होती है तो वो इस पर काबू पा लेते हैं, पर गरीबों को ये बीमारी होती है तो उससे जल्द काबू नहीं पाया जाता। हम नारा देते हैं टीबी हारेगा देश जीतेगा, वो कैसे? मेरा सुझाव है कि इस बीमारी को लेकर माइंडसेट बदलने की ज़रूरत है। सरकार परंपरागत तौर तरीके से बाहर निकले। इससे निपटने के लिए सरकार द्वारा इन रोगियों को पोषक खाद्य पदार्थ दवाओं के साथ उपलब्ध कराया जाए। बहुत सारे जिलों में टीबी की जांच की उच्च कोटि की मशीन उपलब्ध नहीं है। हर जिले में जांच मशीन उपलब्ध कराई जाए। माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी ने अपने इस साल के बजटीय भाषण में 2025 तक टीबी जैसी बीमारी को समाप्त करने की बात कही है। ये सपना तभी साकार होगा जब हम गरीबों को, चाहे वो शहर के हों या गांव के, उनको दवाओं के साथ अच्छा भोजन भी उपलब्ध कराएं, तभी हम टीबी मुक्त भारत बना पाएंगे। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
धन्यवाद। प्रोफेसर M.B. Rajiv Gowda.
In recent months, several higher educational institutes across the country have seen suicides and suicide attempts by the students. These have mainly been attributed to depression, failure in examinations, and inability to cope with coursework. In a horrific episode, a 24-year-old student in Mumbai committed suicide on live camera. The cause was attributed to failing exams and depression. According to the National Crime Records Bureau data, in 2015 alone, 8,934 student suicides were reported, out of which, in 30% of these cases, failure in exams was the cause. Maharashtra topped the list with 1,230 student suicides. This problem also affects coaching institutes. Kota in Rajasthan in 2015 saw a 61% rise in suicides from the previous year. A change in societal attitudes and family responses towards academic failure is needed. Along with this, counseling services must be urgently provided to students across India. A positive step was the announcement of the IIT PAL app that would provide knowledge resources and academic help to students. However, it is yet to see the light of day. The UGC mandated student counseling systems in 2016. We need a comprehensive assessment of their performance. The absence of sufficient counseling and support services is putting lives of our youth in danger. They are India's future in the making. In this session, as Parliament considered the IIT Amendment Bill, the FDI Bill, and the IIM Bill, alongside the Mental Health Care Act, it is imperative that we ensure that the psychological and support needs of our students are not forgotten.
Thank you. Sri Tiruchi Siva, absent. The House stands adjourned till 11 a.m. on Friday, the 7th April 2017.